Welcome, Scouts and Scouters, to the April 2021 Connecticut Rivers Council Virtual Roundtable. It's April already, no fooling, so let's get right down to business and let's find out what we've got going for you. We're going to hear first from Mr. R. David Lee, our Council Commissioner. Mr. Lee, what have you got for us?
Thank you, and hello everyone, and welcome to spring. I hope for those of you that celebrated a holiday over this past weekend, it was joyous for you and your family. We have finished the first quarter of 2021. This time last year, we were facing a lot of unknowns. You have all persevered and continued to bring scouting to youth and families through this past year, and for that, we thank you. Things have certainly improved in a year. The restrictions on unit meetings have eased, although please keep checking ctscouting.org for the latest updates. If you haven't had a unit meeting in a while, we encourage you to make something happen soon, following the current rules. Our Project 2021 program is moving forward. Each unit should be contacted the next month, if not already, by either their unit commissioner, a member of the district committee serving as an ambassador, or preferably both. The purpose is to reach out to units to see how things are going. Are meetings happening? Are there plans for summer camp? Do they need to help organizing popcorn sales? You know, all that stuff scouting units do. The goal is to ensure that resources are available to help units succeed and continue throughout 2021. We are moving forward with summer camp plans, and camps are preparing for the arrival of campers in just a few short months. I took some time over this past weekend to go out to one of our camps to see some of the work being done to get our camps ready for fun and exciting experience for all. Check out this short video. As you saw, our camps are working to improve their facilities and will have procedures in place to comply with all applicable rules. Please stay informed about what's happening in your camp. Please be sure to follow all recommendations so that we can have a safe, fun experience for all. We are looking forward to getting back out to camp. Another thing units can do this summer is to participate in the Summer of Service. As we have throughout our history, scouting families are answering the call to work together in service of the greater good. From public health drives, to caring for the environment, to assisting neighbors in need, Scouts have always been a force for positivity and goodness in our communities. Now, more than ever, our world needs that scouting spirit once again. Let's all step up. Together, we can answer the call to make a positive impact in our neighborhoods and communities. For more information on how it all works, please go to www.scouting.org/Summer of Service. And yes, there is a patch available. And thank you for all you do for scouting. And as the weather warms up, let's get our scouts out where they belong, outside. Thank you, and back to you.
All righty, thank you for that inspirational moment. And next we're going to hear our safety moment.
Well, happy April, everyone. Thanks for being at Roundtable this month. Wanted to tell you a little bit for our safety moment about safe scouting, in particular, safe service projects. So a couple of resources that are available to you, you can find on the Scouting Health and Safety website. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what that looks like. And I'll throw the link in at the bottom of the screen. But here's what the Health and Safety Safe Scouting website looks like. And you've got some basic information here about SAFE, Supervision, Assessment, Fitness and Skill, and Equipment and Environment, but there's also some more details if you click on them. And that's going to tell you what all of these things mean. In particular, I wanted to talk about service projects, because hopefully your pack, your troop, your crew are headed out into the community now that we're sort of back and opening back up to do some community service projects. So a couple of resources that are available to you. This first one looks a little bit like what you were just looking at on the screen. And this is Safe Project Tool Use. And so this walks you through, and I'm not going to read it to you, but what is SAFE, Supervision, Assessment, Fitness and Skills, Equipment and Environment, and in particular, what are the PPE requirements, personal protective equipment, but also what are the resources available to you, and what scouts are allowed to use what types of tools. So if you scroll down, the second page of this is an excerpt from the Guide to Safe Scouting Age-Appropriate Guidelines that walks you through what type of tools different scout levels, different age groups are allowed to use in a service project. So you might see, hey, we're going to go cut the grass at the local church who's our charter organization. That's fantastic. However, lawnmowers, line trimmers, any powered equipment can only be run by older Scouts BSA, which means 14 and older, Sea Scouts or Venturers. Whereas rakes, hoes, shovels, any of those hand tools can be used by wolves all the way up. Lions and tigers, pretty limited on what they can use tool-wise. In fact, there aren't really any. So, you know, they could kind of rake leaves into a pile and then dive into them with their hands, but that's about it. So you want to stay focused on second graders and up using hand tools, and then anything powered, we got to be real careful with. Only older Scouts, 14 and older, and Venturers, Sea Scouts, etc. So the other thing that I wanted to show you was a safe service project planning checklist. And what you can see on the screen here is it just is an opportunity for you. You're not going to have to submit this to anybody. It's just a planning tool so that your unit can make sure that you have everything in place that you need to run a safe service project. So here are the things you're going to look through. What's the description? What are the plans? The steps that you're going to do to complete the project? Do we have adequate supervision? It's not just Scouts going out there and doing this on their own. Do they have some adult leadership with them? What kind of site hazards do we have? Is there enough personal protective equipment? What does site access look like? Parking? Do we need any special permission to go there? And then, you know, lots of other things that you can see. And again, I'm going to put this link in the on the screen so that you can grab it. But if you don't have a pen handy because you're just doing Roundtable, then you can Google this. And so just jump on your Google machine and type in scouting safety. And that will take you to the Safe Scouting website that we started at, where you can find all of these different resources along with lots and lots of safety moments. So as we mentioned last month, one thing we would encourage you to do is have a safety moment at the beginning of every one of your meetings. Doesn't need to be more than a minute or two, but it helps instill the culture of safety in your unit and get your Scouts involved. Let them plan and conduct the safety moments. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And back to you, Chip.
Next on the agenda is the membership minute. Membership is, as always, a very important topic as we go forward in 2021. And this month, I just wanted to touch quickly upon press releases. Now, we have a very special incentive going on. Thank you to a anonymous donor. We have 4 $50 Cabela's gift certificates that we're giving away for our press release incentive. All you have to do is write a press release, submit the press release for editing to Kevin McClelland at scouting.org, and then you have to send it to a local news outlet. And your unit is entered, and that's all you need to do. Now, a lot of you guys are sending in your stories to Connecticut Rivers Council, which is great, but we need to make sure that we're getting it out to the public. So we need to make sure that you are submitting your press releases to local newspapers, local patch on the internet, patch.net sites. You need to make sure that you're calling radio stations and getting the word out there. So just make sure that we're not just advertising to ourselves, but we're advertising to everybody else. And that's really going to go far, getting our positive message out. Alrighty, that's all I've got for the membership moment. And that concludes our Connecticut Rivers Council virtual roundtable for April 2021. I know that there are some exciting district roundtables coming up, some in person, some online, some hybrid. I hope you guys get everything you desire and everything you need. And remember, get the message out to the people and they will come.